Peace forever and always. I am, not you, it's me, the Angel Snup Nup 7, your host, and welcome once again to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. I'm your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. I want to say this to us. Some of you are parents. And as a parent, if you are in any way a competent parent, you wish the best for your child. There is no parent that does not want the best for their child. And you do all that you can, if you are a competent parent, in order to try to make an attempt to secure and encourage that child to become the best he or she can be. You sacrifice a lot. You go to the ball games. You go to the PTA meetings. You do all that you can. But how does the parent feel when that child lets them down? You do all that you can, and you catch your child with marijuana under their pillow. You find beer bottles in their trash can. You get a call that your baby is in jail for attempted murder. And things can get worse. You've done all that you can, and no matter how you try to help the child, no matter what you do, it seems that the child just continues to fall down. So it is with the creation. So it is with that being that some of y'all call God. What do you think, or how do you think God is looking upon us? Do you think that your God is looking upon the human family and he feels pride in his creation? Do you think when God, you said that he's everywhere and he exists? I wonder why you never call God a sheep. How come God can't be a sheep? But that's a different subject. We'll just say he for the time being. I'd rather my God to be a she myself, because she looks better than a man to me. I'd rather have my God looking like a woman rather than a man. Now, God being a man for a woman, I guess that's cool. Me, I'd rather have my God look like a woman, but that's not the subject. How do you think God looks upon us? I would think and I would imagine that God, the creation of the womb itself, that which brought us into being, like that parent that done its best to raise that child that came forth from this fleshly, physical womb, and they shed tears and become disappointed, I would guess that God himself, the creation, this great womb itself, can't believe that this being that I have given so much intelligence, look at yourself, look at the world created, look at this computer, look at these cars, look at what your brain, look what our brains have done. There is no other animal or life form on this planet or any other life form that we know of greater than the human being, but look at us. We are like the child sneaking around smoking marijuana, getting high, committing assaults, going to jail. Look at us. Black man and woman in America, specifically to you and me. Do you think that you come from a people that went through over 300 years of slavery for nothing? Do you think you caught all this hell, Jim Crow, discrimination, being beat by dogs, being sprayed with fire hoses, being lynched, being raped and murdered, all these things for all this time for nothing? All these things was to prepare you for something great. Just like that parent tried to prepare that child for something great in life. And we just don't get it. We just don't get it as a people. There are some of us who have become awakened and we want to try to make and please the God, and we understand our role. We understand our potential. And our potential is to be like our parents. And if our father is God, or if our father is Allah, then our potential, little old us, we can be like Allah and greater. Do you remember in Roots when Kunta Kinte took his baby Kizzy and lifted Kizzy up to the sky, and he cried out to the universe? He said, behold, that which is greater than yourself. What did Kunta Kinte have in his hands? An infant, a baby. How can this baby, an infant that's still dependent on his mother's breast, how can this baby that can't even wipe his butt, how can this be greater than God himself or this creation, this universe? How is that possible? It is possible because this baby will eventually begin to evolve and grow, and within the child and the baby, it has the potential to grow into God and beyond. This is why the ancestor said, behold something, this child greater than yourself. We should not want to disappoint our Creator. We need to change our way of thinking and looking at ourselves. But I sort of understand, because how can we comprehend what we've never been? comprehend ourselves being God. We can talk about it. We can write pictures about it. But really, we can't comprehend being that which we worship. Listen to me. You cannot comprehend, and I can't comprehend, that which you pray to. You don't believe that you can be like Allah. You don't believe you can be like Yahweh himself. You don't believe all these gods and images that you bow down to and worship. You don't believe you have the potential, but Kunta Kinte lifted up Kizzy and told the universe, and he talked to the womb, the universe, this darkness in which all life comes from. Behold, that which is greater than yourself. Oh, man. Woo! You just don't get it, do you? Just don't. Let us not disappoint our parent. Okay? Let's try to understand these things. Stop looking at God in a fictional fantasy way. Because even in the Bible it says the kingdom of heaven is in you. It's all in you. Thank you for listening. Time is out. Jot down your comments. This is a deep subject. Peace, y'all. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, I am the Angel Snub Nub 7, and welcome once again. I'm the host of the Realities Temple on Earth. I'm your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. Excuse me, my eyes get to burning sometimes when I'm in front of the computer screen. All right. I want to ask black folks a question. Why do every time you think somebody they disagree with what you're talking about, you think folks is jealous of the clothes you wear, or any of these things that you do, when somebody seems like, or if anybody don't get with your program, you believe they are hating on you. That's so ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous to me. Hating on you. You jealous of me. You know, nobody hating on you. Hating on you for what? You ain't done nothing. You don't run nothing. You don't control nothing. You ain't done nothing special. You haven't done nothing nobody else have done. Hate on you for what? I bring this subject up to say this. You have those out here in the community. They believe because you don't like profanity, that's hating. No matter how you try to dress it up, no matter how you try to justify it, when you use profane words, profanity is the language of the illiterate and the ignorant. I don't care how you dress it up. I don't want to be real. You are being real. You being real to show your real, true ignorance and how illiterate you truly are. Because if you were not really ignorant and illiterate, then show the other side. Let us show that you can talk like a civilized human being. Let's see you do it. It ain't that hard. Nobody trying to hate on you. I got to try to show my realness. Because when I use profane words and vulgarity, that's the only way people can understand me. And it shows that I'm real and I'm tough. Well, let me tell y'all something about being tough. I was locked up in a mental institution for 10 years. 10 years. How much time have y'all done? Then, I was surrounded by people talking tough. You know what they told them psychiatrists? You mother F this. Yeah, I'm a N. Yeah, what you gonna do? And yo, and a month. And they called them crackers. The white doctors crackers and all like that. They was tough. Just like y'all are. And guess what? Guess what happened to the tough? They shot them in the ass with those psychiatric drugs. So yeah, they kept talking tough, but they started talking tough like this. Yeah, mother, crackers, and walking around like this. Cracker, y'all devil. That's what happens when you get tough. Because, see, you can talk tough, but you can't back it up. So what's the sense of trying to be real, trying to be tough, and you can't back nothing up? So here I am, put on my glasses, and I talk tough too. I talk tough in the courthouse. I talk tough in the grievance system. I talk tough in a manner in communication with all the judges and the lawyers. In fact, I talk so tough in the courthouse, the lawyers didn't know that I wasn't a lawyer myself, that I wasn't one of them. Y'all just don't get it. Being tough. The only tough folks is in the graveyard. And you see how tough they are. Y'all don't get it. I'm somebody hating on you. Cuss all you want to. Then you're a damn fool. Because if you know that your people don't like you to use all that profane language, because you know why they telling you this? Because they want you to represent, if you represent black people, don't show us being ignorant. Show us being just as civilized, just as cordial as the oppressor, and he's a devil. He's wicked. He's a demon. But he know how to smile at you. And he's nice to you. But you don't have no respect for your own people. And these same people, look, let me tell you something. If somebody told me, look, brother, if you didn't cuss, I could support you. Cool. That don't mean nothing to me. I'll stop cussing. Now give me them dollars. Support me like you say you will. Or you would. You don't know how to market nothing. You're making white folks paranoid, which is going to make things even rougher for you. You're stupid. Don't never go to a mental institution because they're going to use that kind of crap against you. And you'll be there for a long, long time with your revolutionary, I'm tough and I'm real ass. I am free right now. And all people that's trying to be real. I'm tough. I left them behind, strapped to a bed with a needle shot in their ass. Just like you are out here. And you complaining. How can you wonder why nobody won't support you? Because you're acting like a fool. You want revolution. Once you get revolution, let's say for instance if you are successful, then what is your plan for government? Because after revolution, you must set up government. Are you planning on including all our people or a select few? Do you plan on killing some of us that won't go along with your program? Revolutionary? Talk to me. Because I'm not hating on you, but I am and I will fight against you. Because for me, I want and wish to include all our people, not just a certain select few. Because we are diverse. We are full of different opinions. But the thing that makes us the same is we are black, suffering the same injustice, the same discrimination, the same hell. And that's what we should focus on, that which makes us the same and similar, instead of what makes us different. You will not be successful, so really I'm not worried about you. And your time is limited. You will go the way of the dinosaur, just like the Black Panthers is nothing like it used to be. Just like the Nation of Islam is nothing like it used to be. The NAACP is nothing like it used to be. Because those things are of the past, we have to think and walk differently. If you are God and you so great, then come up with different strategy. Create something new. Create a brand new civilization. Create your own destiny. You keep trying to take us backwards. I don't want to go backwards. The oppressor, the devil, this demon who you hate kept us going backwards. I'm not going to join no black folks to keep going backwards. I'm here to try to go forward. We're here to progress. Nobody hating on you. Just letting you know you acting silly. Grow up. And if you're going to be a revolutionary, then understand exactly what that means. It means to revolve. It means to evolve. Ooh, I feel sorry for the people who falling behind you. Ugh. That's all I had to say. Jot down your comments because I know you. This was and is Reality's Temple on Earth. Just don't have enough time in the day. Peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Welcome to another episode of Things That Make You Say, another one of my rant videos. And before I begin to make a comment on what I am ranting about, I want your help. I want to make something perfectly clear. I am not the kind of person that believes I am a know-it-all. Please. And of course, I may reject what you're talking about, but I want you to make a valiant effort to put me in check when I am wrong. Now, how many of these people on social media, so-called leaders, how many of them will come before the public and tell you, put me in check if I am wrong? Because many of them don't feel they could ever be in error. They are wrong. When somebody tries to show them their error, show them their flaw, show them that they are incorrect, many of them, oh, you just jealous. You a hater. And y'all know the routine, so forth and so forth. In order for me to grow, in order for me to get better, in order for me, in the eyes of some people, you look very perfect. I look perfect, and I look strong, and I am strong. is because I am able to listen to constructive criticism. I am able to listen to people that don't like me because they are the mirror. You are the mirror. You can see things and hear things in what I'm saying that I might not hear. I cannot see. So I am depending on you. I need your help. I want your help. I will never claim or make the claim to be a know-it-all and all these different things. We are in this struggle together. We help one another. And that's all that it is. We make a serious mistake when we just ignore the opinions of our people because they are indifferent from what you're talking about. That's stupid. It's going to take all of our brains in order to bring solution to this problem. It's going to take all of our hands, all of our bodies, everything that we are, not just a certain group, a certain individual cannot help us in this situation. So if you're looking for a divine person, a divine organization, it's not going to happen. We've been waiting on the divine person, the divine organization. In fact, the divine one, God, and we still sit here in a worse condition, actually, than Marcus Garvey faced, Harriet Tubman faced, than the Black Panthers faced, the Nation of Islam faced back in the day. We are in worse shape and condition. We have become the murderers. We have become such, we've gotten to the point where we murder ourselves more than the racists do. So clearly something is wrong. Correct me. I have no problem with correction. And if I do, you make sure you expose me. That Negro is fake. Point blank. Because I need it. I need to be exposed for my hypocrisy. I need to be exposed for my self-righteousness and my pretending to be something that I am truly I am not. Now, having maybe 10 minutes left, I want to go ahead and use that as my rant. I want you to listen to me carefully. And again, correct me. I want you to correct me if I'm off base. I have no problem with that. Mind you now, in the beginning, I could fight with you. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be in error. But my mind is open that I could be mistaken. Let's make that perfectly clear. Now, my rant is about a lot of these, some of these, many of these, not all of them, but I keep running into more and more brothers of soul. I don't like using black and African. We are the people of soul. We are the essence of life. And we've proven that. Only one who loves life could have survived the hell that we have been through going on 500 years. Now, my rant is speaking with these leaders. Women aren't supposed to lead. These are the leaders. But look at their mentality. And you can see why they are failures. Now, here I am. Going back again to a difference of opinion, because Negroes do not like when another soul brother or sister have a problem with their opinion. Because they can't be wrong. Everything they say is right. And everybody's supposed to agree with them. Otherwise, you're a coon, you're a Sambo, and you're a traitor, you're a spy, you're an agent. It's so childish and infantile. But here I am on social media. I'm talking to this brother and we have a discussion about his belief system. It is not factual. You say yourself, this is what you believe. Okay, that is established. I'm showing you the problem that I find in your belief system, and they don't like it. Now, at the same time, now listen to me. At the same time, this brother is trying to sell organic soap. He's trying to offer a product to soul brothers and sisters, to black people. Am I not a black people? Don't you call me an African? And all this other stuff? So we go back and forth about his belief system, and he's losing. He can't really explain nothing. Well, I mean, it's very difficult to defend and explain the unexplainable. So anyway, I'm getting tired of going back and forth with him because, I mean, really, come on. Y'all lost before you even get started. Then you get angry and want to call somebody a coon and a Sambo and all this other stuff. So I'm trying to break out of the conversation and begin to ask him about his organic soap that he's selling. I would like to try it. But you know something? Now this is what it's, here's your leader. The black man is the head of household and all this stuff. The black man is the leader. The black man is God. Here I am trying to buy his product, but he's so entrenched. He's so wound up because I question his belief system. He's all upset that he does not care anything about getting a sale. Selling the organic soap, don't that help you pay your bills? Don't that help you support your family? Plus, organic soap, won't that help me? I'm getting something that's chemical free or whatever that you producing. But this Negro, because that's what y'all have become, y'all old slave Negroes, you upset because somebody rejects your belief system. You would rather, so he blocks me and cuts me off, a potential customer of his product. See how crazy and insane that is? As many of you know, I am a former member of the Nation of Islam under the leadership of Louis Farrakhan. Now, even after I decided to leave that organization, I still wanted to have brotherhood. Just because we have a difference of opinion does not mean we cannot be friends, we cannot be brothers. But they are not interested in that. You should join the nation again. You need to get back in the ranks, brother. Here I am, coming to the temple, coming to the mosque. I am buying bean pies. I am bringing guests. I am buying final calls. I am doing whatever I can to help these brothers and sisters in what they're doing. But they are more upset that I'm not in the ranks, that I'm not a believer. They don't care nothing about my money. They don't care about me purchasing their products. In fact, so angry, they want to threaten physical harm to me. Don't you see that is insane. But this is the mentality of many of your black men, pro-black type folks. And let me continue this. I had a conversation with a brother, and he was talking about raising money for this and that and that. I said, what if you could go to a Caucasian person or a Caucasian person just so happen to hear the type of money that you need, and they would donate what you begging black men to do. This Caucasian guy will give you all the money you need, point blank. Oh no, I can't accept that money. The black people got to learn how to, we got to know how to, pull on your own bootstraps. You know that old saying, whatever. Black people got to learn how to do it. That's stupid. That is the most stupid logic I ever heard. If this Caucasian guy is going to give me the money that I need in order to do what I need to do, I'm taking it. I'm not going to sit around and beg for 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, 5 and 6, 7 years, 10 years. These waiting on these black folks to support what I'm trying to do. For them, not for myself, for us. I'm not going to do it. That's stupid. Once that Caucasian person or Chinese person or whoever it is got the money, give it to me, I can do whatever I want to. I'm going to tell them outright, you can't buy me, so don't give me the money thinking that you're going to control me, because that's not happening. So so if you think that, you can keep your money to yourself. That's not happening. I don't owe you nothing. But instead of taking this money from the Caucasian people, they would rather beg. And that's what you see all over YouTube. Send me a donation. Begging black folks all the time, begging. The money is green. It spends. The Caucasian money. We spend Caucasian money every day. You go to work every day, 9 to 5, for that same money, and you take it, and the Caucasian person is giving it to you. Well, I work for it. So what difference do it make? See, that's what I don't understand. Y'all thinking is crazy. So I would take the donation from the Caucasian person. I have no problem with it. And you will see what I can do with that real soon. But the person, I'm waiting for black people to donate and give me. Still waiting. Still, this whole mentality, it does not make any sense to me. So I will be, in the future, I will be applying for these grants and these things where these Caucasian people are giving away basically free money for certain projects or whatever. I'm going to take that money, and you will see what I can do with it. And I'm not going to sit around and beg black folks. Once I get it going, if you want to donate and help, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. Because clearly I can make it with or without you. And the people will benefit. They will see who the real leaders are and the ones who is incompetent and fake and fraud. That's the bottom line. Nobody has time for playing. That's playing games. The money spent is green. Who cares? You're dealing with it anyway. Take advantage of using it. Sitting around and being a beggar. Oh, brother, will you donate to this? Oh, you donate to that? Sounds so pitiful. And I'm done. Thank y'all for listening. I just had to get this off my shoulder. Am I right or is I wrong? Jot down your comments. Like always important, I wish you love, peace, and soul.
Okay. Are we on the air? That's good. All right. Now, first of all, don't laugh at my little camera. You get what you pay for. And I'm getting what I pay for. It's truly pathetic. I need to stop being so cheap. But at this time, this is what I have to use, so I'll do it. By the way, this is a rap video, and I am that mighty one, Angel Stump 7, and this is the Reality's Temple on Earth, the home of myself, Soul Brother #1, Taalik, Ibn'rad. Now, it shouldn't matter to you anyway about the camera and this whole background situation. You should just only be interested in the real truth that I am about to bring. Now, of course, also, some of you will quickly say, Negro, you ain't bringing no truth. Well, I'll tell you this. you haven't tried my truth. You haven't tried the real truth. But we have tried all the things that y'all talk about. There are thousands of you who have been trying and doing these things that you love for years. And according to religious texts, when you have the truth, it's supposed to set you free. Personally, when I accepted the truth, it set me free. I mean, quite literally, it set me free because I was incarcerated in a smaller box than this bigger box that all of us are living in. So it did set me free. I understand what is needed and what is appropriate in order to become free. And if we use that same principle, once we become a people, you will become free. But right now, here you are. You're Kemetic. You're black Muslim. You're black Christian. You're Moors. You're so many things. And you are claiming that you have this truth, but yet and still, you are not free. I wonder why is that? And one of the reasons why you're not free, and that's the subject or the topic that I've chosen for these few minutes, the reason why that you're not free is because you and I, because I'm guilty of it also, we have followed behind incompetent men, black males, that have no vision. Black males, that you call them men, I call them males. They don't deserve to be called men because they don't qualify. Because a man should have set you free a long time ago. How long do you have to keep screaming black power? How long do you have to keep obsessed with these terms, these slogans? You should have been free a long time ago. Now, see, check this out. What or who is a criminal? If you go to the store and you steal this camera, does that make you a criminal? No, it means you simply made a mistake that you shouldn't have done. Learn your lesson. You might get a little probation or whatever. And I don't know why you should have got a better camera than this. You know, since you're going to steal something, you should have got a better camera. But you didn't. But that does not make you a criminal. What makes you a criminal? What makes you a criminal? Well, first of all, you have to break some kind of law. In this case, you are a thief. You have stolen. You steal. In some cases, you rob and steal. What makes you a criminal is when you begin to have a record of it. When you do something over and over again, you have a history. See, this is why you call the white man the devil. Because he exhibits a behavior that is detrimental to all people on this planet. And he does it, and is a continuation of a behavior over and over again. He causes great harm to not only himself, but others. He has a record of this ever since. That makes him a criminal against humanity. He's a criminal. So, I'm very sure that many of you will agree that the white man is indeed a criminal. You will agree that anybody who has a history and a record of a behavior of lying, stealing, murder, rape, are criminals. We have no problem with that. Now, that's what makes them a criminal. I charge the black man, these so-called leaders, the head of the household. They want you to call them the head of the household. I charge them with being incompetent. I charge them with being childish. I charge them with being infantile. I charge them with being less than a leader. And if you follow them, there is no way you will end up in any kind of a heaven. So since the black man, or so-called black people, I call us the people of soul, we who are the descendants of slaves born in America, if the black man, if the male has been in a leadership position all these years, and you and I are not free from an oppressor, we are not liberated from an oppressor, then whose fault is it? Now, see, these black men, they're very slick. Nowadays they use a distraction and they blame black women. If the women didn't do this, and if the women didn't do that, that makes black men look even more pathetic and pitiful. Because from their point of view, the woman is not a warrior. The woman is not a leader. She's supposed to sit back, be quiet, and listen to her man, and the women and the children are supposed to follow the man. Well, you see, the woman has been in leadership position for 40 years. You just keep embarrassing yourself and make yourself look even more pathetic and pitiful. You're going to allow a woman who you claim is not supposed to be leading the family, you're going to allow her, she's going to just move you out the way, and she's going to take the lead whether you like it or not. There's no fuss, there's no fight. See, the black man continues to make himself look even more pathetic and pitiful. It's redundant and it's very sickening. That's why I speak the way that I do. Because it's very, very pathetic. It's pitiful. And instead of trying to improve himself, instead of trying to be better, they find excuses. If you don't know, you don't know. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't know. I know I'm supposed to be the leader. I know I'm supposed to be manager of this store, but I really don't know what to do. Could somebody help me? They don't want no help. They want to continue to be pitiful and pathetic, silly and childish, pretending to be this great man, and clearly they are not. So it's easier to blame women, it's easier to blame children for what you lack. But you should not be shamed, because you and I, the black man, has been nothing but a slave for over 300, 400 years. That's all you ever been. You never been no head of no family. You never controlled no town. You talk about all this nation building stuff. You can't even create a decent neighborhood, but you are a nation builder. Come on now. So if your situation is jack, you blame the leadership. You blame the head of the household. You blame the people that claim they are supposed to be the leaders. Well, you should blame the women. The women lead the neighborhoods. What women's organization leads black people? All the organizations that I know of, black men lead the charge, and the women follow behind. Very few sisters are in leadership positions. Very few. You don't even really hardly talk about, when you talk about leadership, you always talk about Dr. King, Malcolm, Elijah Muhammad, Bill Cosby, Micah Jordan, whoever. You don't really talk about sisters. I mean, recently you start talking about Serena Williams. She's the greatest athlete, but that's entertainment. But when it comes to leadership, you really don't talk about women. And then if there are sisters who are in the so-called black conscious community, if they are in leadership position or you giving them some shine, they basically have the mentality of the man. So they're not going to lead you nowhere. Just like the men aren't going nowhere. You are not going to be liberated. You're not going to be set free from nothing, because everybody's too arrogant. Everybody is Hasidic and uppity to say, I mean, you can give a good speech and you can have a nice debate. But the reality is, if all the people decided to listen to you like they did Louis Farrakhan in 1995, and Louis Farrakhan had almost 2 million men come listen to him, he had no idea what to do with these people. But you want them. Follow me, follow me. And now you got them and don't know what to do. So, get off your high horse. Listen to somebody. Take some advice. Because it's not easy as you think it is. Yeah, people look up to you and you get praise and whatever. But when it's all said and done, when reality sits in, people are going to tell you exactly what it is. Negro, you ain't about nothing. 20, 25, 50 years from now, you can be saying the same thing. Black power, Kemet, Hebrew Israelite, still a Negro slave. Think about it. Jot down your comments. Let's talk about it. Until next time, as important, love, peace, and soul.
When we believe that cutting back on the education of our children is in some way a good move. The children, our babies, are a nation's greatest asset. Everything that you do today should be towards the benefit of the progress of your nation and for the survival of your country. And the survival of your country and your nation, the responsibility goes with the children. They are the future generations. But if you cut education, then you are denying your country its ability and being able to gain the best out of its young citizens. Do y'all understand what I'm saying here? Baseball players should be happy to cut back their salaries. Entertainers should be happy to cut back their salaries. Everybody should be able to cut back and get lean in order to help the nation get itself up out of this crisis. What is your priority? That you should sacrifice the education of your children and future generations? That don't make any sense. If you want to cut back, why don't you cut back on placing all these people in these prisons and jails and mental institutions that really don't need to be there? There are people in jails and prisons and mental institutions. Some of them are in there just to be in there. They are government finances or funds are being used on people that can do for themselves. You have many people with these so-called disabilities. And I'll tell you for an example. As many of you know, I was locked up in a mental institution. And many of them get disability when they get released because they are unable to work. get disability because of an illness, you are unable to work. But when they was locked up in the mental institution, they worked these people every day. So you tell me, how can you work these people every day in the mental institution? They get up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and they go to these jobs that you got where the mental institution is making a profit and making money off of their labor. But then when they get released, you put them on disability because you said because of a disability, they can't work. They the same disability that they had when they was locked up, but you got them working. Explain that to me. The American people, you really don't understand your government. It is exploitive. Your government, your leadership, they are liars. They are deceivers. They have covert agendas that they don't inform us on. You tell me why a person that's locked up in a prison or a mental institution, they can get disability when they get free. But then, because they can't work because of an illness, but they work the hell out of them while they locked up. Watch some of these court shows, Judge Judy and Judge Mathis, all these people that claim these disabilities. Like this medical marijuana, I want to smoke, and then look at their disability. Look at this lies, it's just deceitful. But my thing is, you make a grave mistake. If you're going to cut anything, find some other places. But when you cut education, and you blame the problems that the teacher is at fault, you make a grave mistake. And I'm going to say to America, I'm very sure that many other persons out on YouTube, and especially in the clergy, are warning America. You're going to suffer great consequence for these things. The human being is more technological now. And your children are idiots. They are below the level where they should be. And you're going to cut education. Woo! I guess a lot of them said, well, I'll be dead by that time. I guess it's the way George Washington and all those guys felt when it came to slavery. Let them future generations deal with the slavery issue. That's sad. That's just selfish. That's just, time is out. Jot down your comment. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.